Hello, this is Michelle from the Green Brain. Today I'm going to show you two approaches that I use to filter my visits to my website from the Google Analytics report. The first one is to use IP address filter, and the second method is to use cookies filter. So let's just start with the first method, which is IP address filter, which is recommended by Google Analytics. First, I'll need to know what's my IP address. I can simply just go to Google and just type in what's my IP. And then you can see the result is showing my IP address. And I can just copy it for later use. Next thing, you need to log into your Google Analytics account and navigate to admin. This will bring you to the next page where you can create a new view for this exclusion. Just click on create view and then type in the new view name. For me, I'll just type in internal traffic exclusion and then select your time zone. As I'm based in Australia, I'll just select Australia and Melbourne time zone and then just create view. And that's it. Your new view has been created and you'll be redirected to your new view. To create a IP address filter, just simply navigate to filters under the view and then click on add filter. So here in the filter name, I'll type in my IP exclusion. You can type in any name that you want. And for the filter type, just keep it as predefined. And then select exclude. And select traffic from IP addresses. There are few options for expression. I'll use that are equal to. And just paste the IP address that you found on Google search and click save. And that's it. Your filter has been created and any visits coming from this IP address will be excluded from your view. However, this method might not be ideal for you if you don't have a static IP or you're always on the go. That's why I'm going to show you the next method, which is the cookie-based filter. The first thing is to create a custom dimension under the property. Here you can see I've already created a custom dimension called user is admin. Just click on new custom dimension button on top. And add a new custom dimension. Here you can plan user is admin. And then in the scope, select user and keep the active checked and just create. And that's it, your custom dimension has been created. Next thing is to create a filter for this. And just go back to the filters and then click on add filter. Here I will create a new filter. I'll just name it exclude admin. And then filter type, just select custom, and then find the custom dimension that we have just created. You see user is admin. And then just put true. Then save. Now that the filter has been created, we'll move on to create a special page on the server. You can create any file name that you want. Here I created ga-admin.php, and inside the files there are just 2 lines of PHP codes. They are used to set cookies when someone accesses the URL of the page. The second line is just the set cookie function, and I name the cookie as user is admin, and I set the value to true. And then I'll go to the header file where I put the GA tracking code. Since I'm using WordPress, I'll just do it on the dashboard. Go to the theme header, header.php, and this is where you pull in your Google Analytics tracking codes. Just make sure you insert these lines of codes above GS and page view. These codes basically just check if cookie user is admin is set, and then set the custom dimension to true, and then this data will be sent along with the standard page view to Google Analytics. Basically, once you access the URL of the special page, it will then drop a cookie named user is admin on your browser, and these codes will be fired and set the custom dimension to true. If you are using WordPress, you can also set the cookie when you are logged in as an admin. Simply just go to theme functions, function.php. At the end of the page, you can see I have used the same set cookies functions that I used on the special page, and then just set the cookies when the user is admin. That's it. Hope you find this helpful.